Okay, says we're live. Hopefully that's true. Welcome. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Apologies for not being here yesterday. My mom caught something when she was traveling back from Denver. Um, so yesterday I had to take her to the urgent care because the doctor wasn't open. Um, they tested her for We tested her at home, to make sure it wasn't COVID. That was negative. So when we took her to the urgent care clinic, they tested her for strep, they tested her for flu, they tested her for mono, all negative. So the doctor diagnosed her with tonsillitis because one of her tonsils is apparently much more irritated than the other. Um, so yeah, so I spent yesterday doing the doctor and pharmacy run. So she is resting, and hopefully is getting better. So that's where I was yesterday. Was just doing the taking care of the mum. Um, so yeah, she's also like super loopy because we think I'm pretty sure she doubled up on the cough medicine when she wasn't supposed to. Because I guess it was Saturday night into Sunday morning. I heard her get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I go out there and she's sitting at the kitchen island. She's fully dressed, um, and sort of like head in her hands. And I was thinking maybe she came out to take some more cough medicine, but it didn't make any sense to me as to why she was fully dressed. I was like, "Are you okay, Mom?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm okay. I just came out to get more medicine." And then she's like, "Why is it so dark?" And I'm like, "Because it's 4 a.m." And she's like, "Oh, I thought it was the afternoon." I said, "No." So she went back to bed, and then I went back to bed. And then when Dad got up at like 6 o'clock, he said she was sitting out there again. So we think she might have doubled up on the cough medicine, the like Mucinex cough suppressant, and it's like a 12-hour dose. So when I took her to the doctor, she was very loopy. And I at that point, Dad and I hadn't talked about like what time she got up. And so I was like, okay. I thought she was just being dehydrated, and like so I was worried about that. But anyway, so she she's had more soup and juice, and she's had her medications and all that kind of stuff, and then piled her back in bed. So she was a little more alert, a little less loopy this morning when I woke her up to have some more broth and the prescribed medicines. But I've also like told her that she can't take anything until she comes get me. But yeah, so she's doing okay. Just it's gonna take some time to heal. Um, so we're sort of watching her and making sure that she didn't have any reactions to the new medications, that kind of stuff, prescription medications. So yeah, and then I had to this morning yesterday. She was stressed. She kept telling me I need to call the dentist because she had an appointment scheduled for Tuesday. I'm like, don't worry about it. I will call them. And then she's like, what about the body shop? Because she wanted to take her car in to get some work done on the car. And I'm like, I will call them. Don't worry about it. So I did that this morning. I called both the car shop and the dentist and was like, hey, can we reschedule? So hopefully she won't stress about that anymore. But yeah, she started to do the same thing last night. I heard her get up at like 10 o'clock in the evening from her after dinner nap. And I went in there. She's like, it's Monday morning. I got to go take the car. And I'm like, no, it's still Sunday evening, and I will take care of dealing with moving the car appointment. She was very out of it yesterday. So but she's napping away, which is all good. All good. So anyway, I still have not put up the picture poll for today. So let me do that. And then we can say hello while y'all also vote. We missed Sundays, so this is the one for today. Start a poll. Would you rather visit an art museum of your choosing or a historical ruin of your choosing? So, present, share screen, window. Nope, this one. This is your picture for the art museum or historical ruin. Which would you prefer to visit? Again, whichever art museum you want to visit, whichever historical ruin you want to visit, that's up to you. So, Megan says that's a tough one, choice-wise. Both. Give me all the museums and the places of learning. True. They are both very fun. I think I have more fun at historical ruins. Although I do love seeing some of the art exhibits. So, I don't know. They're both really good. But I think I lean more historical ruins. Anyway, Megan says, hello, everyone. Hello. Stacy says hello, but also guess it depends on what you are writing and what the weather is like. This is also true. Yes, historical ruin in nasty weather is not one that I would rather visit. You love the idea of hiking through ruins, but on the other hand, you do like climate control and taking your time. You need parameters. Also very true. Monique says, I wish I was here Friday. You wanted to vote for song lyrics. You're better at quoting songs than movies. That is okay. You can always go and vote in the comments for any of the ones that you missed, right? You love going to art museums, but you've never been to a historical ruin before. It really depends on the place. I've been to a couple historical ruins, and I think they're fun. So I don't know that I'm trying to think if I've been to any. Yes, I have been to some historical ruins, I think more in the west of the US, but then when we were kids. But then I think as an adult, I have gone to, my mom took me to Italy and to England, thanks to perks of flying free with Delta, which is awesome. But we went to Italy and we went to England. And so we made sure that we did historical ruin tours in both places. And they're fun. But yeah, I think number-wise, I've been to more in the western half of the United States than I have anywhere else. And they're definitely different vibes, different atmospheres. Western US versus European. Definitely different vibes, for sure. CB says, I don't frequent either. Does the Alamo count because you've been there? I would say that probably counts, yes. Patty says, I'm clicking notify me on the YouTube homepage by Jules' streams and answering the polls in my head already. Nice. And also, Paget has also been to the Alamo, but agrees with Stacy in terms of climate control. Climate control is huge. It is a quality of life issue. Yes, it is. It is. And for that museum, you choose art. Art museum. Nice. Plus, they have toddies. So, true. Your friend went to Machu Picchu, ooh, and did the whole hike up with the Sherpa, and you saw salute her and live through her vicariously, but also no thank you, right? I did see that the Stairway to Heaven hike in Hawaii has been closed in order to protect the environment and I guess, the sanctity of the mountain. Because I think it might be another. I'm not sure, but I think it might be another situation where it's kind of like what they called Ayers Rock, being like a sacred location to indigenous people, and then just us tourists deciding, hey, we like this spot, let's go there. And so they are now closed to tourists in order to protect the sanctity of the location. So I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, sorry. Stairs and hike made me think of that. Let's see. Monique is working on an action scene in chapter 19. Nice. Good, good. CB says, my mother and I went to feed and visit some very cute alpacas on your birthday last year. Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun. You're also about to make dinner. Excellent. Lady Midnight says, hello. Hello. Welcome. Diamond says, hello, everyone. Good afternoon. You're going to be reading a manga today while also eating cucumbers with dressing. Nice. Stacy gave us a smile. Hello. You're eating lunch as well. You edited the mirror maze action scene in chapter 19. Ooh, excellent. Mirror mazes are kind of cool. Very disorienting when you are in them. And I would say, I don't know if it's true, but if you wear glasses, if you have corrective lenses, I should say, either contacts or glasses, like the idea of not being able to see well and not being able to distinguish like what is the right path, that makes me very nervous, very anxious, and it's extremely disorienting to me. So I don't know if your characters have corrective lenses or not, but that could be a thing that you include. Laura says, hello. Hello. Welcome. Shay, hello. Good afternoon. Right on time. You need to get some work. And you were procrastinating. Yes, I was also procrastinating this morning. Yes. Yes, so she's doing much better. I think, I hope. We have the medicine anyway, and so hopefully it will keep her from getting worse and then help her get better. Your mom had to go to the doctor for a checkup today. Yeah. Yep. Got to make sure everybody's doing okay. You've been checking in with your mother every day because reasons. Yep. Elizabeth says, hello. Hello. Welcome. Glad to hear everything is okay with your mom. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, yay for her feeling better and boo for tonsillitis, right? And that's when the doctor said tonsillitis, my brain went like, I thought she didn't have her tonsils anymore. But apparently both of my parents were oddities in their age group because that was the era when everybody was just like going ahead and having their tonsils removed. And both of my parents still have theirs. So who knows? Anyway, Cool Gamer says hi. Hello. Welcome. Elizabeth says hi to Shay. Shay says, hey, Queen. Hey, how are you? Back? Yeah. Yeah, being a daughter, being a good kid. Tonsillitis is the worst. Yeah. Yep. She does not, her cough does not sound good. So that was one of the things that we were like, this needs to be addressed. Elizabeth says you are super. Excellent. Laura's like, don't make me choose between art museum and historical ruin. They're both very good. They're both very good options. Elizabeth says, that's a good question. You love art, but ruins are so cool. Yes, they are. Shay says to Elizabeth, trying to switch my brain to productivity so I can get working, but my brain is feeling kind of foggy. Yeah. It's Monday, though, so you're allowed to feel foggy, right? Leslie prefers an art museum, but you would not mind going to a historical ruin as long as it's biblical. Ooh, that's an interesting point. Those are kind of fun too. Um, Monique says, hey to Shay. How's it going? Monique says, I like the idea of going to Bath, if that counts as a historical ruin. Bath has so much history there. I would think so. I would think at least part of the town definitely would be historically preserved, so you could go see it. Laura says, part of my YA romance that I'm writing takes place in temple ruins in ancient Greece. I will go there for inspiration. Excellent. Good. I might have to scan and send you some pictures of, of course, it would be Roman rather than Greek, but anyway. Kagehime says, hi. Hi, hello, welcome. Shay says, hey, Monique. I'm okay, just trying to get into the writing mode. How are you? Thog says, hi, hello, welcome. Megan says, I went to the Sinagua Native American ruins in Arizona. They're incredible. I don't know that I've been to those. Laura has been to Bath and to Stonehenge and a bunch of castles in England and Scotland. Yes, that was one thing I told Mom when she told me that we could go to England. I was like, I have to go to Stonehenge. I have to go to Stonehenge while we're there. So we took a bus tour up to Stonehenge. I mean, we saw a bunch of other things, but like I was very adamant that we needed to see Stonehenge. So it was really fun. We did it was kind of an interesting bus tour because they promoted it as being along the ley lines. And so there's like a line connecting several standing stone ruins. And so we went to those lines, and Stonehenge was one of them. But we also did dowsing at one of the standing stone ruins. So that was kind of fun. Toured around ruins of a villa. It was fun. Let's see. CB says, technically, I went to the ruins of the World Trade Center on your first visit to New York City. They cleared the site by the time we went, but there was a ton of information. It was really interesting. Gotcha. Sanawa. Okay. Let me go back and look up at the spelling if I can find it. Sanawa. Okay. So the G is more silent. Okay, where were we? Cool Gamer said, hello. Hello, welcome. CB says, surprisingly, I have not been to many ruins here. Well, maybe you can change that if you want to. Shay says, I've only been to the ones in Greece. I have not been to Greece. I would think that would be fun. But yeah, I don't know if there's many ruins of things that you could visit in the proximity of Oklahoma. There might be some, but I don't know. Elizabeth says, I think I'm leaning more towards the ruins. I could take some great pictures and it might spark more story ideas. True. You forgot about the Alamo. You've been there. Okay. So, yeah. Alpaca trip was fun till your mother went down a couple of wooden stairs and wrecked her shoulder. Oh no. Remember the Alamo. Yes. Yes. Lady Midnight says, I've never been to either, but I'll go with an art museum. I mean, you could always go with like a natural history museum as well, or like a geologist, gemologist museum if you're interested in those kind of things. Because some of the natural history museums are really fascinating too. So Monique says, technically have been to historical sites, but never a ruin. I don't know that I would classify Stonehenge as a ruin necessarily. But like the picture on the right is obviously some sort of castle or villa that has, uh, seen some better days. CB says this was 2 weeks after you got planted down a half flight of marble stairs and probably broke your ankle given how bruised it was. Oh, goodness. Both you and your mom didn't have very much luck on stairs that year. That's for sure. So we did actually get some ice cream. So her birthday was May 12th. And so she is a part of the Publix, like rewards points, something, Publix Club. Anyway, so apparently during your birthday month, if you are a member of their rewards club, you can have a package of the Publix brand ice cream for free that month. So you just have to like punch in your number and like tell the cashier that it's your birthday ice cream or something. And so she's like, I want my birthday ice cream. So when we went to pick up her prescription, we also picked up her birthday ice cream. So she got brownie moose tracks. So yeah. CB says you still have your tonsils, adenoids, and appendix. Yours grew back. Your tonsils grew back. They can grow back. I did not know that. I did not know that they could grow back. So that's scary. Thug says all these cool ruins, and the best you've been able to get is an abandoned house in the swampy woods. I mean, if it's a historical house, then sure. It's historical ruins, right? I don't actually know how old things have to be considered a historical ruin. So, you're finishing chapter 19 after being stuck for days. You're hoping to get through chapter 20 today as well. Okay, so yes, the G is kind of silent there. It means without water. Oh, did not know that either. It's kind of tricky to get to places when you don't drive. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. You went to a natural history museum in Chicago for a school field trip. Their natural history museum is supposed to be like pretty good. I don't. It's at least one of the largest, I think, in the U.S. I could be wrong about that, but yeah. Anyway, what am I going to be working on today? I think I'm going to be doing more character exploration. I haven't touched the manuscript since the last time we were on together. So this is going to be my first character card exploration, the moon inverted. So I'll have to figure out what that is in terms of my story. And we need a card for today. A animal card. Okay, we have the starfish, open to infinite possibilities. That is our card for the stream. And we will get to our sprint. Starfish, where are you? All right. Here is our starfish. Stretched out on the beach, the starfish opens fully to the rays of the sun, to the power of potential. As you look out towards the horizon, do you open up to infinite possibility? The spirit is the source of opportunities beyond your wildest imagination and ensures endless possibilities are available. At this time, the starfish urges you to stretch past the limits of your everyday perception and your comfort zone to dream of bigger things and imagine even greater hope and faith, for miraculous potential is shining upon you. Feel it, bask in it, and open yourself to be filled with inspiration. This is a very fortunate sign that the starfish has come to remind you of your infinite potential. So there you go. That is your card for, or you can take the moon inverted, whichever. Which this one has a, I don't know if it's supposed to be a lobster or what. has a critter at the bottom, a golden critter of some sort that has, I think, lobster-like claws. And then it has a cat and a dog on either side. But anyway, so inverted. CB's going to work on dinner and then redrafting chapter 2. Inverted moon usually has to do with confusion. Let's see. And Stacy pulled from the Season of the Witch Beltane deck, Creation. Through the darkness I crossed and still found myself in the presence of life. Nice. I like that. And Monique pulled the Lovers from your deck. And Stacy also pulled from the Good Omens deck, the High Priestess. Connect with your intuition, and also the King of the Swords deck, essentially. King of Demons jumped out. So that's an authority figure, usually communication suite. Communication and career sometimes. Looks more like a scorpion. Could be. There's no tail visible, so I don't know what that. Anyway, Rachel says hi. Hello. Welcome. Amy is also here. Hello. Just in time. All right. We're going to get us set up. I think I'm going to start with the waterfall. It's a 30-minute one. Give us 30 minutes to write and figure out what it is we're doing. All right. So, 1, if you have already been working today, that is fantastic. Go ahead and save your document. If you haven't been working yet today, like me, now's a great time to pull up your document. There it is. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with and go ahead and take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How we doing? I think we're doing okay. I added 1,100 words. So I think that was a very good sprint for me. That'd be good. Which is good because I haven't I have not written in a couple of days. So anything is welcome at this point. Especially good numbers. Yes. Okay. How'd we do? Did we have a good sprint? I did take a moment and I went and got the photo albums. We have 2 photo albums. Well, we have more than that, but we have the Rome and the London trips. So this was all the pictures that I took and deemed acceptable to print off. Anyway, let me see if I can find yeah. See if I can find I think this was one of my favorite pictures. Let's see if I can get it out. Get it out of the sleeve. So it was springtime when we went because we went on spring break. This was essentially like a noble's estate that they were excavating, and they had a little tourist shop / museum of some of the stuff that they had found. I didn't even write what the name of the place was, but it was a massive, it was an estate, so you could wander around the entirety of the estate, and the buildings were there. I just really liked that I found a good vantage point for getting some cherry blossoms in there as well. They could be some other kind of plum situation, but here's a different view of the same estate. This was the estate where I as I was walking around, I looked down and it had rained 2 days before, and I saw 2 pieces of pottery on the ground. So I picked them up and I went to when we were leaving, I went to the miniature museum at the welcome center there. And I was like, here. And they're like, where did you find this? And so I was the lady that was there didn't speak English. And so I was trying to draw a diagram for her of where I found it. So yeah. So I also I also took a picture of a wandering cat because of course. Just all kinds of fun ruins. We went to go see the Colosseum, of course, because yes. And honestly, sometimes the buildings themselves count as an art museum, I think. Things like that. We went to go see the beach while we were there because one of the ruins was closed because the workers were on strike. Anyway, so we wandered down to the beach, and the beach was the sand was very dark. And a wandering fisherman who spoke English told us that the sand was dark because there was iron that came up from the volcanic vents, and those were the beaches that Mussolini had dredged to get more iron for making ammunition and tanks and things. So, fun times, all the things. all the things. So yeah. Oh, this was also like, okay, so I don't know how many of you are in McCaffrey fans or are have even heard of Anne McCaffrey. Anyway, so she has what she calls sky broom trees. And I never could get a visual of it because I think I'm trying to remember where she's from. Anyway, I never understood, and my dad had tried describing some of the pine trees that exist in Europe. They're very different from American pine trees. And so I took a picture of the trees because I was like, oh, sky broom trees. I get it now. So anyway, so there you go. In case you needed a visual representation of that. Besides like an artist rendering for the Anne McCaffrey covers. But yeah, so I have that one, that photo album for the Rome trip. And then I have this slightly smaller one for the trip to England and Stonehenge. So here's one of the other standing ruin circles that we went to on the tour. And I'm trying to remember if this also has some other stuff in it too, apparently. But here it is. Here's the sheep. The sheep looked up just in time, the one in the middle there, to get the picture taken, which I thought was funny. But yeah, so that was at Stonehenge. So fun times. Lots of pictures. So I took pictures of like everything. I don't even remember how much how many photos I printed out and how much it cost, but it was a very big, pretty penny. So anyway, all the things. Okay, so I don't know where we were. Okay, so Rachel said you just made a little trope ad for Scales and Petals, which is one of your Ream stories. You needed the fun creativity, so you lost yourself in Canva for a bit, which is fun. Monique got some Oreos and back to chapter 19 up. Nice. Jenna the Soul Writer, hello. Off to the historical ruins we go. Excellent. Joining in after some meetings and working on creating coaching courses. Excellent. Monique was on to chapter 20. Paget says, I love doing that in regards to Canva, but you have to be careful. Yeah, because it is a large time suck. You can be there for hours. The editor made a note for you. The concept of vampires feeding without killing feels weird in chapter, I don't know what. Jane and Andy have come across a vampire snitch who works at a bowling alley. You're trying to expand the world building, showing a vampire that differs from the norm. But that you do have to sort of like sow hints of that pretty early, because if you are painting the vampires as all bad, and then much, much later you are introducing someone who's like not as bad, it feels a little jarring to the like world building concept. So you may have to feed in a little bit more foreshadowing, or have them meet that character much earlier. Diamond is reading Return to Survival, Methods of the Cannon Fodder Daughter. So far, it's good. You're only in chapter 6 right now. Excellent. Yeah, I like the stories of the characters who are turning their fate around. Yeah. R.A. Morley, hello, loves. Hope you're having an amazing day. Yes. So far, so good. CB got 459 words and also is going to take a bio break. Monique says, problem is that yes, all the vampires that Jane and Andy have fought up to this point were ones that were intending on killing. Okay, in that case, you may need to have a vampire informant much earlier on, or have like lore, or like somebody who met a decent vampire many years ago. Something you're going to have to, I think, introduce the concept that they're not all the same a little earlier. Stacy says, I want to work, but my head is just not there at the moment. I get that. Kagehime got 438 words. Nice. Good. Emmy is uploading a vlog and now into editing the manuscript. That you've not really been into writing recently. That's okay. Sometimes you have to take a break to fill your creative well, to take care of life, whatever. Jenna says, I am partial to any historical ruin in Scotland and Ireland for the historical ruins. You would not mind walkthrough of the Artemisia Ephesus and Turkey either. Paget says to Monique, I like it when a character has a quality that's different from what you might expect. Yes, yeah, that is good, but it does have to like fit the world building. You think it also needs to serve the story, if that makes sense. Yes. Lady Midnight got 492 words. Nice. Excellent. Elizabeth did not get much work done. You spent most of the sprint on hold with a dentist. Gotcha. You missed an appointment and you cannot get in until August. Oh no. But you did get your outline out to do work on. Nice. Good. It's serving the story, even if it's happening after the halfway point. Okay, so yeah, you may need to have some hints dropped in the first half then. Is to lead to something important, plot point, internal discovery, that things aren't so black and white, etc. Yes. Yeah, but I think there needs to be hints before the halfway point. Yeah. Not challenging doing it, just pointing out what your developmental editor told you in a similar situation. Gotcha. He was like, this is interesting that she's doing this, even though she normally does it different, but there should be a point to it. Yeah. As long as you can square it with what Jane and Andy are ultimately doing, or even if it makes them realize they're going after this vamp who doesn't kill because they don't like her, whatever. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, there does need to be a reason. There will be a payoff in later books. This is just the first hint of a larger world. Okay, that's it. That's good in that case. Always interesting when the main characters realize their code isn't automatic to them, like they have to try and keep. This is also true, yes, and it shows character depth as well. Long plot for the win. Yes. Would be cool if this one, assuming that they don't off the vampire, returns later and ends up doing something bad, and they're like, oh no, the code is good, but not all encompassing. Yeah. Sometimes people get hurt. Spitballing. Talkballing? I think spitballing is more of the term, but you hate the word. Chat lobbing, brainstorming. Yeah. Lady Midnight says, cool, I'd love to visit and live in Europe someday. Yes. It would be cool. You once saw a guy with walking 2 sheep on leashes through the middle of a street in Glasgow. Nice. Could be fun. Canva, like Pinterest, is a major rabbit hole. Agreed. For sure. Heather says, hello. Joining in after an interview with a friend for your channel, running an errand, and eating some lunch. You've been busy. That is a busy morning. CB says to Monique, what if Andy and Jane earned a skill to do with recognizing vampires, but they can do it before the vampire bites? Don't know. Lady Midnight has a list of European countries that you want to live in and have looked into how to get their citizenship. Ooh, so this is more than just a passing fancy for you. Fun. CB says Okay, so it's similar to a really, really old uh, NES game, Bart versus the Space Mutants. Nice. Technically, her vampire radar works like that. Gotcha. Okay. Yes. Dropping hints. Hints are good. That's okay. Paget loves the hat in Elizabeth's profile picture. Elizabeth says, thanks. It's one of my favorites. Also, phone calls happened as well. Lots of things. Lots of things. Heather also really wants to visit Europe and especially the UK. Nice. Yeah, I definitely would like to go back to the UK area. I definitely want to visit Scotland at some point and see where both sides of my family are from. But yeah, I would also really love to visit like Norway and Sweden and also go see Transylvania and Hungary and the castles there. And I don't want to go everywhere. It would be fun. But anyway, let's go ahead and do another sprint. Second sprint, as always, is the self-promo sprint, which means if you have a book out recently, book out soon, book on sale, YouTube, Twitch, Etsy, Amazon, websites, blogs, all that good stuff, make sure that you do some self-promo. Tell us where to find you. I'm trying to find my Babbling Brook situation. Do, 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 do. You just need money and have to decide on a country. Why must I choose? Good question. Yeah. All right. So let's get to another sprint. 1, save your document and your outline and your word tracker. 2, take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How'd we do? How was it? I think I had another good sprint session. Another good sprint. Apologies if you can hear something. Our neighbor, I think, is having some work done on the house. And by work, I mean they're randomly hammering things. Okay, I got another 1,000, which is good. Good. I'm now up to, for the year, 288,000. Excellent. I'm happy with that. I'm going to mark the word that I'm leaving off on. How are we doing? How are we doing? Let's see. Don't forget, second sprint was a self-promo sprint, so make sure you do some self-promo. Elizabeth said, the only continent I do not want to go to is Antarctica. I can't stand the cold. You're up for everywhere else in the world. Nice. Amy's self-promo. My book was just released. It's called Cookie and the Sprite Garden, and it's available at Barnes & Noble and Amazon and likely other places. And Heather gave us a link a little bit further down, so make sure that you check that out. Monique says, idea. What if the guy who works in the bowling alley is actually a human but still sells info to vampires because he's in their debt financially? I liked this idea. Because then you have a situation where you have the vampires acting as sort of like unscrupulous money lenders who are forcing people into debt or higher debt, and then they can pay it off with either blood or something. So I like that idea. Heather says, do you know the difference between copy editing and proofreading? Your most recent series on Substack continues. And here's the link for that. Jenna says, wondering how to draft a spin-off book. Join Jenna through the YouTube channel membership version of Your Soul Bard Academy courses by clicking here. And here is Jenna's YouTube membership link. Here is the Cookie and the Sprite Garden from Emmy North. Make sure you check it out. Lady Midnight doesn't have anything else to promo besides your AO3 and your YouTube channel. You are not using social media as much now as you used to. Fair enough. Stacy forgot about phone call. Remembered it. Lady Midnight had a phone interview with DHS for SNAP benefits. Fingers crossed you're eligible. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. Good luck. Stacy was able to get the other people on the line, and so the call went quickly. Nice. Excellent. You did actually get some work done as well. They're not on your writing. You sent your updated bio off to the church. You're on the constitutory? How do we say this? Constitutory? No, that's not how you say it. Consistory? Is that how you... What's the American? Okay, consistory. I don't think I've ever had to pronounce that word before. So, learned something new. Stacy says, I also printed out a first proposal for a new archive room. Nice. Excellent. Jenna switched to working on scheduling streams. Oops, sorry, y'all. Let me turn my ringer off. My bad. Switched to working on scheduling streams and social media things for the week. Diamond says, another great sprint again. You're now looking for characters for your next texting story on Wednesday. Heather loves the idea for that character. To Monique. Yes, the consistory. Heather did admin things, including for your Etsy shop and PayPal. Nice. Good, good. All right, it is 2:56. Let's do one more sprint, but I think it'll be a 25-minute sprint. Just because I need to go after this and check on Mom, give her some more of the products, that kind of stuff. All right, change the banner. There we go. All right, so 1, save your document. All the lovely progress we are making. Document, outline, and tracker. Excellent. All saved. Number 2 is take a sip. Cheers. Three, to straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back. That posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is if you need a break, take one. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How did we do? All right. Finished that sentence, which is awesome. Marking. And now I need to see where we're at. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Okay, got another 1,000, which is excellent. Excellent. Okay, so I've gotten 3,000 today, which is great. I'm going to save. How'd we do? How did we do? Let's see. Stacy was saying you're debating if you want to print out your story because you seem to do better if you read in physical and do your editing that way. Yeah, but it's 117 pages long, so even double-sided, that's 59 pages. Yeah, it can be frustrating. The other thing to do is if you can read that small, you can also do 2 pages per page and then do duplex that way, which will cut down on the number of pages, but it does make the text small. So Emmy says, I have a headache, so you're going to pop out. Hopefully your headache goes away. Paget and Heather also send you well wishes. Heather says maybe you could do it in 3 pieces, or in pieces, 3 chapters at a time or so. You decided to make the font smaller, shrinks the headings. Okay, feels more doable. So, okay, excellent. The advantage of printing is that you don't need to have your printer to do the first round of edits, which include deciding where chapters should be. You broke it down by scenes when you wrote this draft. Gotcha. Are we doing a cleaning sprint at the end? I think maybe not today. Maybe we'll do one on Wednesday. But I need to go check on Mom and give her medicine and stuff. So I'm kind of on a time crunch. Sorry. Rachel says, hey, just got back from cooking and cleaning the kitchen. Hope everyone's doing good on the sprints. And also you got another 3 paragraphs revised since returning. Fantastic. Lovely. Diamond took a break from your texting stories. Since yesterday you did 2 of them. So Wednesday you're going to be back to writing. All right. So let's do the ending of the poll. So for where would you rather go? Art museum or historical ruin? 64% of us would choose the historical ruin. So there is your answer. All right. Thank you very much for joining me, and I appreciate your patience with me and the schedule as I take care of Mom and life. So thank you very much. Don't forget to save, and I will see y'all hopefully on Wednesday for some more sprints. All right. Bye.